מחזיק לפניי מסמך של האו"ם, New World Order, UN Agenda. אני אומר לכם ישר את התרגום. סדר עולמי חדש של האו"ם בין השנים
The earth is in the midst of its liberation by its people and also by the star people. The extraterrestrial have been taking care of the extraterrestrial problem regarding the Prime Directive. This world was enslaved against their will, even though consent was obtained through trickery. That is why in 2022, the Prime Directive was amended to list trickery as an interference in the free will. The people who have been in charge, the beings from out of this world and of this world, this institution that has many tentacles is dying. It is beheaded. It has been beheaded when the extraterrestrial elements at the top of their pyramid was removed by the Earth Alliance, compound of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, and the positive white hats, Earth military. Now what is left the human equation? It is time now that we are stopping calling them, these people, the elites. Their real name, because they're not elites, their real name is the predator class. From now on, I'm inviting you to call them as such, as it is their real name. The predator class goes back to way, way far in time at its beginning, its creation, when the Anak expedition, the Anunnaki, arrived on Earth in 372,000 years ago. And Enlil, commander of the expedition, decided to enslave humans to his own profit. But before going there, let's go through the illusions people of Earth have been living in since a few decades now. Of course, the manipulation dates back way, 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 way back in time, but everything increased in intensity because the apocalypse, the revelation of the truth, was arriving soon on Earth, the liberation. So everything has gone wild and mad this last decade, especially since the Nebu, the Orion group, signed a treaty with the MJ-12 in 1955. And the Orion group was working as the alliance of the Six with the Siccar Empire, the reptilians from Alpha Draconis, who had an arrangement, a collaboration with the Dark Fleet, the Fourth Reich, the Nazis in space. Well, all of these people signed agreements of collaboration with the deep state that was already in place, but then it was extended to this part of the equation. And let us see first how we have been manipulated on this planet. Werner von Braun, former Nazi who worked with the deep state in the US under Operation Paperclip, as many of his peers have done, just spilled the beans before dying and talked about a series of psychological operations that would be put in place in emergency in case if humanity would wake up and try to take back their sovereignty. The most incredible creation of them was the Operation Blue Beam. I like myself to call it the Operation Blue Bean because it has been and it will not be. People of Earth have awakened. They woke up. There's been so many whistleblowers that have exposed the Operation Blue Beam. So what it is? It is faking an alien invasion and a salvation by staging with the help of holographic projections in the sky, as well as retro-engineered crafts in the possession of the governments. They would fake an alien invasion and people would be really, really bound down in fear and follow the orders for survival. But the thing is that after this invasion, the deep state would have offered a salvation by other ETs who would seem to be nice, but who would in fact be just either Earth militaries of the dark factions or real extraterrestrials, part of the dark alliances. You know, as I explained many times, that what we call Nordics, it's a compound, it's so vast. There are so many species of Nordics and races, human races in the universe, many look alike, and it's not because you are talking about Nordic aliens that you are talking about the good side or the bad side. You need to know who they are and who they associate with. That will tell you. Who they associate with will tell you who they are. Altair, Tal Shiar, or Pleiadians. You do not know. Or Alpha Centaurians or wherever. See their associations and I will tell you who they are. Operation Blue Beam will not occur. Regarding my sources in the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Because this is of the past now. All the deep state is trying to scare us and bring us a lot of scare scenarios. But people start now to wake up, especially since the last pandemic, you know. So this is for Operation Blue Beam. Talking about manipulation through mainstream media, the deep state also had on its list, and still has, to play the card of war on different levels. War between people, the divide and conquer, creating groups, creating minorities, instead of people wanting to consider themselves as a unique human culture on this planet. They have been divided through the influence of social medias and mainstream medias to divide into communities, and these communities to fight each other. Division is their main tool for control. And war also, they are trying to start a third world war for two reasons. Before dying, they want to destroy this world with them. They want to make sure Earth stays divided. And war is an industry for these people, for the predator class. It's an industry. And they are putting as much as they can in their pockets, trying to really fight it. And we had been warned that they would not give up that easily. And they're not. They are now trying to start a third world war. But the Earth Alliance behind is always putting things in place, keeping things in place, you know, to try to temper and diffuse these attempts. We also have a very good example by what is happening in Ukraine. Anything you heard about the Ukraine war through mainstream media is not true. The great American visionary Edgar Cayce once said, and he has been right on everything else, he once said that Russia, when the end of time comes, Russia will lead the way towards Earth liberation and to build a new world that would be a free world. Russia would play a role in Earth liberation against the dark enemy, against the beast. Well, if you see, Russia has always been ostracized and feared by the deep state, creating cold wars, making Russia the enemy, the baddie. When someone does that to you and says that, put so much effort in telling you that someone is really, really bad. Why? There's an agenda behind. And that was one. There is still one, because they knew. Because these people, the predator class, they have devices such as the looking glass devices they can see in the future and prepare the ground before. So ostracizing Russia through mainstream media manipulation, same as they have built horrendous smear campaigns against Donald Trump and Elon Musk, for instance, among many. The deep state were scared of what was going to happen, and they have created a terrible smear campaign against Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin, what he has done in Ukraine, that will never be told on the mainstream media, is he has liberated a territory by cleansing operations, storm operations, similar as those that have been going on until 2022 in the underground bases, the DUMBs, as we call them, in America. Well, he has done this in the Russian territory himself. Clearing underground laboratories belonging to the deep state, and under Ukraine and the neighboring countries of this part of the world, there was so many. It was a headquarter of the deep state there, well tucked into secret underground facilities. I won't call it facility. It was countries underground. It was so vast, with laboratories where they were making up biological weapons and other stuff, and retro engineering technologies. The Oleshki Sands, the start of the war, was there. Why? Why there? Strategic point? Okay. There is an arc under this place. An arc that cannot